Hello everyone and welcome to day 1 of the 12 days of money tips. In case you are new here, my name is Layla. This 12 days of money tips is just a countdown of 12 of my top money tips leading up to Christmas. I know the 12 days of Christmas is usually after Christmas or it starts the day of, but that's aside the point here. We are just gonna switch things up and make this the 12 days of money tips leading up to Christmas and setting us up for a strong 2021. So I'll be uploading a video every day for 12 days and also be posting a blog post to go along with it on debtoverit.com. So be sure to check them all out and let's get into day 1. Day 1 is the top 3 ways to boost your savings. Depending on your financial situation, saving money can be really difficult. I know for me, I was at a point in my life when I was living paycheck to paycheck, or worse, I was going into further debt, and it felt basically impossible to save even just a few $100. But saving is essential. That is one of the first steps to getting in a better financial situation. You want to build up your emergency fund, and I'm here to share with you 3 ways that you can quickly boost your savings over the next month, ideally. So let's get into those 3 things. The first one is to go extreme for a month. I wanted to start this one by saying that you can do anything for a month, for 30 days. I first saw that little phrase. It's very simple, I know, but you can do anything for a month. I first saw from the book, The Barefoot Executive. I'll link it down below. And I always refer back to that. I always think of it. And it's so true because if you are in a situation where you really want to change in your life, you can do anything for a month. And same goes with saving money. What I mean by going extreme will depend from person to person. But the first thing that I suggest starting with in going extreme is cutting out every single penny of unnecessary expenses in your spending and in your budget. So this would be getting your hair done, getting your hair cut, getting your nails done. Definitely cut that out if you do not have a savings. If you're buying any home decor, if you're buying any miscellaneous items that you probably don't need right now, completely cut that for at least a month. Number 2, and where you can save quite a bit, is your food budget. So you can definitely go extreme when it comes to food. YouTube is a great resource for you to find food and meal prep ideas on a budget. So if you go on YouTube, search $20 meal plan, $30 meal plan, and you can find how you can afford $20 of groceries in the week, and that is it. So if you're used to spending $600 a month on food, you can get really, really intentional and go extreme for a month by cutting that down significantly. And you can save a lot here depending on how much you're spending. So if you're doing $20 a week for a month, you're gonna save $500 or more if you typically spend $600. And this means you should not go out to eat, that's for sure, unless it's free. Then the difference between what you spend on groceries for this month can go to your savings. And for some people, that is a couple $100, a few $100 in the month, which is pretty significant. The final thing would be any subscription services or plans that you may be a part of that you can easily renew in a month. For example, if you have Hulu or Netflix, Amazon Prime, if you have some other subscription service that you are enrolled in, that if you canceled it and you resumed it in 30 days or 60 days, it would still be the same price, then cancel that. If you desperately need to boost your savings right now, cut that out of your budget and instead put it toward your savings. You could do that for 1 month or a couple of months, but either way, that option is there for you if you have those services. And with this first step, by cutting out these things and going extreme as possible to what you're comfortable with and able to survive on, of course, I still want you to be healthy. I still want you to feed your children or your pets and to keep warm at night or cool at night, whichever it may be. But you can literally contribute hundreds of dollars, possibly even more, depending on your situation, if you do this. The second one is to sell things around your home. And I know that this may be obvious and this is nothing new, I know that. But how many of you are sitting on possibly hundreds and thousands of dollars right now because you are just too lazy to post those things for sale? If you need money, post those things for sale, get them out of your house, go through your closet, declutter. It is good for you to do that anyway, and get those things up for sale. I'm sure that you have clothes and furniture, home decor, kitchen utensils, etc. that you do not use at the moment. They're just collecting dust and contributing to clutter and stress in your life. So post those on the multiple platforms that are out there. The most popular ones would be eBay, Facebook Marketplace. This one's good for larger furniture too, so somebody can come pick it up or you can drive it to them. Poshmark is great for clothes and shoes, accessories, bags. Mercari is another one that you can really put anything on there, including clothes and home decor. Let Go, OfferUp. I know that of course there's Craigslist, but you want to be careful with that one just because Craigslist can be a little iffy, but it is an option out there. And to increase your chances of selling that item or the multiple items that you post, put that on every single platform that you possibly can, and then once it sells on one, delete it from the others. I know it can be a lot of work, it can be a lot of effort, but it's worth it if you need to boost your savings. And I know when I did this, I was able to sell hundreds of dollars worth of things. I got rid of furniture, I got rid of a lot of clothes that I was no longer wearing. So what's the point of just keeping it in your home? So post those for sale, get your cash. My third tip and final tip is related to that, and this would be to find free or low cost items, purchase them or take them and sell them. So with a little bit of effort and a little bit of time, you can literally make cash from $0. Now, the best place to find free items is going to be Facebook Marketplace or certain Facebook groups. They sometimes post things, and you got to be quick typically and go snag it yourself. Craigslist has a whole section of free items listed. Again, be careful with Craigslist. Be careful with Facebook too, but Craigslist is the main one. And the other thing is to just walk around neighborhoods nearby. Walk around wealthy neighborhoods as well. If you live somewhere that typically doesn't, you don't see random things on the side of the street often, then go to an area that you know the cost of living is more expensive. For example, the neighborhood that I walk in every single day, there's new items on a weekly basis that are just sitting on their curb at the end of their driveway, and people just give it away for free. I've seen full-on furniture, couches, tables, everything. I have seen clothes, I've seen kids items, I've seen bikes. One time I almost took some bikes and they literally just put them out for people to take, and sometimes they'll post it on their Facebook groups for the neighborhood. So that's a big one to look out for, but if it's not near you, drive somewhere and you will probably find something that somebody just wants to get rid of. And if you're somebody who has a truck, you can probably benefit from this even more, because you can go and pick up those furniture pieces that people just put on the end of their driveway and take those home, clean it up a little bit, take some nice pictures, and then same thing, post it to those same platforms that I mentioned in step 2. Now, another alternative is to find low cost items. So these would cost you just a few bucks or a couple of bucks. And the best place to go for these would be thrift stores, of course. You can go to the discount section of stores, anything that's marked down, see if you can get a higher value for it if you sell it. And then garage sales and yard sales. So typically what happens with these items, of course, the discount section of the store, sometimes those things are returned or they're no longer selling them, so the price drops significantly. At Goodwill, you can often find high-end clothes or even really nice furniture at a price cap. So these companies cannot sell them for, hundreds of dollars, even if they're worth that much or whatever the price may be. So you can find a designer pair of leggings or a designer jacket at Goodwill for $5, $6, and then take it home and sell it for a profit of 50 plus at least. And then at garage sales and yard sales, sometimes people don't know what items are worth, so they will price it lower than what you could sell it for, or they really just want to get rid of it. They're desperate because they're moving, or they just need to get rid of their things, and so they will go lower in price, and that is also something you can negotiate there and then make more profit when you sell it. With this one, there is unlimited earning potential. So I know it's going to take some more time and some more effort, but there are people who make a living off of these things. They flip furniture, they flip clothes by going to these things that I just listed, and that's pretty incredible to me. So for sure, if you are desperate to boost your savings right now and just get ahead real quickly for a month or two, then try this out. And there are unlimited earning potentials with that. So those are my top 3 ways for you to boost your savings. I guarantee you that once you have a solid emergency fund in place or solid savings in place in general, you will be much less financially stressed. I know that's been the case for me. So go ahead and get a head start on your savings and boost it with these tips. Let me know if you try any of them out or if you have done this before. And as always, comment down below if there's anything else you would add. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 2.